The 2024 Unreal Tournament Fall Assault Cup. As we're going to take a look at the division standings before this game starts today. There's your Division 1 standings. Of course, Team Bugatti versus Team Mind. We had the first map and a half on this stream yesterday. Team Bugatti 3-0 winners over Team Mind. So they move into the top spot. That's the only Division 1 game to play so far. Today's two matchups that we're going to have for you, Division 2. Let's take a look at those standings right now. Team Chong leading the way 2-0 after their two victories. Team YK's victory yesterday puts them at 2-1. Actually, I believe that might be 2-0 because that might be a forfeit win. Team X 1-0. Team Nightmare 1-0. Team Dan 0-1. Oh, no, it's the three mapper. These are wins by overall wins and wins by three maps. So Team Dan 0-1. They lost that series 2-1. You remember yesterday to Team YK. Yasu Subibu 0-2. Unfortunately, Team Noan 0-1. Team Keeper 0-1. Leglock enjoyers who we will have later on today down there at 0-1, and then both these teams will have one today's stream. Team Nicer and Team Cold. The first one, Team Nicer going up against Team X. So Team X 1-0, looking to improve to 2-0. Join Team Chong at the top of the table. Team Nicer looking to kick off their campaign with a win. Team Cold coming up later versus those 0-1 Leglock enjoyers. That's the standings so far for you all. Let's get into the actual game. We are awaiting the start of this game between Team X and Team Nicer, as we want to talk a little bit about the map pool. The map pool, by the way, it's a bit more expansive. So the Division 1 map pool, Cimmerian, Overgrown, Convoy, Sabrosa, Insurrection, Glacier, Fallen City, Robot Factory, Tropical. So that is 9 maps in the map pool that they have. The Division 2 map pool is a little bit different. Fallen City, Robot Factory, Glacier, Convoy, Junkyard, Mothership, Sabrosa Nightmare, Industrial, Sabrosa itself, the original Sabrosa, Insurrection, Island Strike, Overgrown, and Xenon. So 13 maps in a Division 2 map pool, 9 in a Division 1 map pool. We saw a best of 3 yesterday go to 3 maps, and actually both the opening maps were Sabrosa Nightmare and regular Sabrosa. So we'll see if we get that in this case. Speaking of the maps, though, we don't know anything about Team Nicer. They haven't played yet, but we do know a little bit about Team X, right? And their pick in their 2-0 win earlier in the season, which was, I believe, over Team Keeper. That was on Insurrection. So I'm wondering, it's very early in the season. We don't really know, or it's very early in the Cup. We don't really know how these teams are going to prefer their maps or where we're going to head to. But I'm wondering if we're going to see Insurrection again. It's certainly, you got to think, a possibility that we're going to see Insurrection again should Team X decide to pick it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's not on the cards, but nonetheless, that is where we're at. The teams I don't believe are underway yet. I don't believe they've started. I hope they've not started. I'm going to ask if they have, because they look ready. So we might be into this game already, which would be ahead of schedule. So, but we'll see. I'm going to take a quick break just to figure this out, and then we'll be underway. So I'll be right back. Right, so they're choosing a map. It looks like Fallen City is where we're going. So opening map of the series will be on Fallen City. And that is where we're going to head. What I am going to do, since the ads are only 40 minutes away, we're going to run them out for another minute, and then we'll be back with the start of the game. So see you guys on the flip in 60 seconds. Right. I think they're good. They're waiting for the players. We're ready to get we're ready to get started. Um, Fallen City, a map everyone knows very well. Not a ton of objectives here. We welcome back the Twitch audience. Not a ton of objectives here for Fallen City. What you've got, attackers will start over there. They will come down through this field. They have to be careful. And I feel like a Fallen City, yeah. They've got to destroy this barricade. That's their opening objective. Second objective is going to be through the other side. They're going to have to stand here and hold this little tiny forward outpost right here. That's going to be that's going to basically open this up and enable them to advance all the way down. They can go up on the train tracks. They can go down on the monorail tracks for that reason. They can go down below, but they will have to move into this portion of the base and destroy both gate locks that are going to be on here. These two gate locks. That'll enable them to get into the actual bunker itself, and then they will have to wait for this to drop, which it does automatically, fight all the way down the to the subway levels, and they will have to plant explosives on two different places. The first one being right here, or I believe actually it might be over here, but they'll have to fight there, and they'll have to also plant them right there. Just got there in the end. But we are underway. Team Nicer on red. They're attacking. Team X on blue. They are defending, and we are underway with this opening. I got to get you guys game audio real quick, which now should be up and live. And there we go. We are underway, in fact, with this opening round here of this opening attack, even, of this game. So, audio is live. Yep, audio is live. So, they're just jumping over his wides, getting a few rockets away. That's what we've definitely seen, is just getting the rockets away, being able to just damage this barricade. That's all you really want to do, is get the barricade damage. You can see there's many different routes. They can go the long way, they can go the short way. Going through that tunnel can be a bit of a death trap, but if you can sneak in there, you can do a lot of damage from the tunnel before maybe the attackers realize, especially if you catch them on something like a reinforcement wave that maybe they're not expecting. So, or if you wipe them out, for example, and you know the reinforcement timer is what it is, you can sneak in there and do some damage. They'll have to kind of get in there to figure you out. Team Nicer, though, definitely pushing forward, trying to prevent these attackers from even getting more forward. Those first early rockets, you can see the only damage that's been done to the barricade. 15 minutes on the clock. That's the time that you get to attack. Plenty here for a map with such few objectives like this one. You can see just how much fighting has to be done by Team Nicer here right at the start, right at the drop. So they can't seem to make a lot of progress. Just going to get a little bit of elevation here, and as we overlook this scene, so a little bit of advancement there. You can. Oh, he's trying to fire through underneath. A lot of damage done. You can see he's actually tried to use this little hole to crouch down and fire rockets underneath. He's done good damage here, but we will see. We'll see how they progress. So bear with the camera work, because I have to hold the mic and move the camera at the same time. But that's a good kill. Reinforcement waves on the far side. Can they get closer? Is the question. They're going the long way around. They just want to get rockets fired. There's one that lands. And you have that bunker, that barricade very, very, very low. Shot in the backside. That was maybe the opportunity. Oh no, there's one through the rockets. It's missed. It's missed. Unfortunately, so here we go with more advancement. There's one rocket, and there's another. The barricade should fall. It will fall. And we move forward. Now, defenders can actually, they'll spawn up here. They can actually go through the middle there and use the minigun, or they can pop out over here, overlook the battlefield. Zig says, I need a good camera guy. You know what the thing is? There's no cam paths. It's not like a CS game where you can map cam paths, which would be lovely if you were able to do that. A lot of heavy fighting going on in the streets over there. That's a big shock core. Pushed him right off. Said, step back. They do not want this smoke right now, Team X. And forward outpost looking like it will. It's going to take a bit of the timer down. He's got it just above half on the timer. Of course, reinforcement timer is something you cannot spawn immediately. There is a 6-second timer or 7-second timer in the top left corner. It's a little hidden by the HUD, but that's the reinforcement timer. If you die and it's not at 0, you have to wait that timer out to respawn. So constantly ticking is that one. And trying to just really get a foot onto that outpost here. Trying to hug the wall. Wow, that's absolutely triple team there. Trying to use the shield gun to get forward. Is going to get some progress on the outpost, and that is that. The outpost is taken. The sentinel will spawn. The defenders have to move back. And now we're into the third stage of this map. A lot of fighting will happen early on to just try and get there. There were miniguns on top. This is a slightly modified, more balanced version, so the miniguns have been removed. Fighting underneath as well taking place. It's all about advancing. As the team... oh, that's a big shock core. Almost took out both of them with one shock core. One up top, though. And he's been left free to just move or bounce. Can he get into the base? No, he can't. And so now they're back to fighting for a more forward position. Here come two more, or I should say one more up the top, using the shield gun, trying to get through, there's nobody up the top here in the base holding on. So just get in and get your damage down. No damage was gotten down. But yeah, on the locks. But that's the thing. They're using the top end to just try and get forward, do some damage. There's 3 rockets. Ken Moore, 4 and 5. That's a good spell of damage. But more required. Here comes 2 more from up top. They realize they're having success up top. They're going to have to switch it up here. You have to run the distraction, right? You run 3 guys on the bottom, you run 1 on the top to get into the base. Speaking of getting into the base, more damage coming in. The rockets being fired. You don't want to go for the kills. You just want to stay alive as much as you can. There's more damage done to the locks. They're very low now. 6 minutes surpassed, though, to get to this stage. And here we go, forward fighting. A lot of fighting on the ground. 2-2 split from top bottom here. This might be enough. Oh, what a shock core. Absolutely left launched. And this attack could be stopped right in its tracks. They got 2 on the far side here that need to get forward. Down to just the 1. That's killed, and they'll have to go again. 2 up at the top here. Good 2 rockets onto the opposing team, but they've lost everybody practically. There's only 1 that's left here on the Team Nic3 side, and he's wiped out, and it'll have to be yet another wave of reinforcements to get these locks going. That's where they're at. The locks need to be destroyed. You can see that's a good forward kill. I think there's another one they just managed to get, so maybe there's a chance here. They need to get these. They've only got 1 left to worry about. Another one on the far side, but they've got to advance because the reinforcements drop quickly. And can they get forward and get any damage? No, they get very close, but they took the fights a little too long that time. And so now, right back at it again, coming down to try and secure these locks. There's trying to advance. The shock core does push you back. That's the only problem. So he's trying to take any steps forward, and he's being shocked away by the shock core. He's absolutely being pushed back. So here we go with the next wave. 1 up top. Maybe he's going to get in and actually going to get some damage down, but only 3 rockets, and the lock remains. The lock remains. So a little bit more progress, but it's been very, very stalled here at this objective. There is 1 more objective after this to complete as well. That's the problem. They're all rushing in. They're going to get some. There's 1. Can they get the second? Certainly it's time. Yes, it is. The gates are opening up. This gate is dropping as well. Certainly some more health needed They have to be careful, the defense of those forward positions. There is going to be a sentinel that spawns in the lobby. Oh, great shock core. And now the biggest choke point, the halls. Good use with the rocket. Taken out. Another one forward, taken out by the lightning gun. Maybe an advancement down, but no. The shock core and the lightning doing the work. Same with the rockets. It's always tough to get down this ramp. And when it opens up a little bit more at the bottom of the subway, it's even tougher. You are begging to be shock cored when you get in that subway trying to plant the explosives. 2 final hold objectives, 5-minute 53. Team X buying themselves as much time as they possibly can here. But again, the fight moving into the lobby. Good shock core there. They continue to move down. They've got one using the median there. That's very nice. They're actually into the subway floor, but that's a really good shock core. And denying entry into the subway, trying to enter without a ticket. And again, Team Nic3 have to reset here. Back up to the lobby here. They're being made to fight for every inch of ground. One of the backside double shock core coming as well. There it is. Just absolutely getting obliterated. Moving forward, you have to be careful here. There is a sentry on this side as well, by the way, should they enter this part of the lobby. So, but this is such a chokehold. They have to come through this chokehold. There they are. They do go through quite a bit. They've actually come down from above, I believe. Almost got that shock core away. They're both killed. There's 2 more coming down here. It's a good quick kill. That's a good leap. Trying to use the shield gun to get in position to plant the explosives. Can he do so? That's a great flat kill. And he's got one objective set. They've got to get in the subway. That's the last. They can go through the back door here, but there is rockets firing. They've got it complete. The explosives are in place.
Red team successfully attacked.
4-minute 3 left on the clock, so it's going to be 10-minute 57 for Team X
New assault
to try and complete this objective.
5, 4, 3, 2.
In through the blast.
1.
That's what that bright light was. That was all blast. We don't get the animation in spectate mode, unfortunately. But we do get round 2. Early fighting going on here. Lovely, trying to really pick out the hole underneath and fire those rockets long range. That green timer in the top corner, top left corner. Again, it's covered by the HUD, unfortunately. But the green timer in the top left corner is the pace. The pace per objective. They've got some rockets in. Not a lot of damage down. It took the attack. It took the red team an additional 2 minutes from this point to destroy the barricade. That is the pace, and that's what it's all about, really. Just trying to squeak through. There's some rockets going. He's done a lot of good damage as well. Rockets on the very far side, and that's the objective destroyed, and that gives them more time ahead of the pace by 2:51. And here comes the fighting through the streets. They've got them trying to clog them up and take them down in a forward position so they don't get near the outpost. But they finally get the kills to get a little bit closer, another step closer. Trying to use the minigun against 3. That is always going to be disadvantageous. And they can't get it done. So here is the captain of Team X himself, with Spooky, trying to get forward. The captain of Team, or I should say it's Wise, that's there. Trying to move into a forward position is Nicer himself. Whole team trying to hold for this corner. Prevent the attackers from moving forward. That's a good kill from Tom Sawyer. But there's one. It's made their way through the outpost. That's gotten a little bit of progress. But it's not. Minute 40 ahead of the pace now is Team X. They have to watch that pace. It's a good hold from the defense here so far. Tom Sawyer gets a killing spree. Nicely done. And that is, Tom Sawyer's killing spree is over. Reindeer gets the kill, but there's the captain of Team X falling. Whew, absolutely thrown aside. Reindeer trying to get two. Natsu using the minigun to do a lot of damage. Get the shield gun out. The forward outpost secured anyway from another teammate. And we move on. Spooky moving up. Same with Hydro. Three up top, one on the bottom. Rockets trying to get the kills here. They're underneath doing a lot of damage. They probably won't get the lock this time. There's at least one up. That's a lot of good damage for the opening wave. One lock already down. We know the troubles that Team Nicer had, by the way, on this objective. So to get that much damage on your opening wave, very, very good. Get underneath. Can they fire a rocket away? No, not quite. There's another one. There's one lock gone. And there is a lot of good damage put down on that second lock. Halfway gone. Here they come. You can see them two up the top side. Doing some good damage. There's still one dropped, one on the top side, and the second one coming. Using the shield gun to trying to get forward. The shock core going to end him, though. Now it's Hydro's turn. That's a good kill. Hydro getting, oh, he's missed the rocket, but three lands. Not quite getting the damage to destroy the lock, but certainly getting it closer. Still 3 minute 30 ahead of the pace. One under, two upper now. Coming down the chute. A third one joined. A lot of good damage going down onto one, though. You can see his head's flaming, so he had to shield and still got shot in the head with the lightning gun. A lot of damage going down. That once you get shot in the lightning gun, the health's going to be very low. Here comes another one trying to get the rockets. There's one. There's two. Can he get the final? No. Nicer's on a killing spree, but that is a breath away from going down, and there's still 3:04 ahead of the pace. 5:45 left to complete these two objectives here. Two on the upside, two on the downside. Here we go. And there's the one rocket and a kill. They're trying to fight it out still. They got two behind them. And now it's the fight in the lobby. And rockets going out everywhere. That's a really good rocket, actually. She didn't even know what she got hit with.
5 minutes warning.
Spooky trying to use the flat cannon. The shock core is going to be way more useful in this open area. Way more AoE. That's a very good one from the attackers. 5 minutes left. You heard the warning. They have to get these up. They have to complete the objectives. Team Nicer managed to do so, so they're going to be required to do so. Shield gun going to jump in. She's going to go for the subway. Can she get it? The rockets there trying to delay. She can't get on the objective because the rockets have kept her off. But holding it is Spooky, and he will get it before he dies. There's still one here to deal with, and into the subway she goes. Can she gets it? That's a really good double rocket on the feet, but they both die. Here comes Hydro. She might get it. She has, and that is going to be Team X winning the opening map.
Blue team successfully attacked.
Blue team is the winner. That is Team X. They have attacked in a quicker fashion than
Blue
Team
team
Nicer.
is the winner.
And that has given them the opening map lead. So 1-0 for Team X. in this best of three, second map to come. Well, I wonder what it's going to be. It could be Insurrection. I'm actually going to think it is Insurrection unless it's otherwise, but we'll find out. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to run the 3 minutes ad so they're not with you during the actual game itself. We will be right back in 3 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere.
Base infiltrated. Iron Core startup sequence 1 initialized. Bridge raised.
All right, we are back. So I had to actually replace the not the windscreen, but the thing that goes in front of the windscreen on the mic, so that it doesn't you don't spit directly into it. But we are back. Good progress made. It is Glacier. They've already made their way, infiltrated the base. They've raised the bridge on the outside. They now need to do the ion core, secure the ion core. They've got the one switch here. They need to pull the other one. You can see it is about not even halfway. And they're coming from the outside. They've completed the secondary objective, which is a control piece over here that raises the bridge. That raises that bridge so they don't have to go through the water every time. But this is a tough objective. Indoors, close quarters. They ask you to be shocked, but there it is. The ion core sequence is started. And so now they have to take the ion tank. They've got that. This thing will do a lot of damage. The tunnel doors destroyed. That was the next objective, and they're underway. Taking a lot of damage on the backside. You can see half HP already. Trying to absolutely blast away all the opponents.
Power station access tunnel secured.
They got to get in there. They don't need to put the tank here, but if they do, it will lower this bridge. That's the next objective to hold over there. And they have, indeed, parked the tank there. They're going to absolutely blow away everybody inside. The ion tank's destroyed. But now, they've already secured the gate. Spooky's got it. They are flying here. They've got to go back and grab the ion tank again. But it spawns in a more forward position because they've completed the last objective. So now, they're free to wreak havoc, and you can see what it does. It absolutely... Oh, that's going to do a lot of self-damage. Well, they maybe got away with that one there. I mean, look at the damage they just did to themselves there. He's just blown himself up, I think. Oh, almost. Hydro's on a killing spree. They need to get this objective in here, though. That's the main one. We're watching a tank. The objective is inside here. You can see there goes Reindeer trying to complete it. There's one. Oh, it needs to be destroyed, this one. It's not a hold objective. Another one on the inside. Hydra very cheekly's got in here. Going to be destroyed, but done a lot of damage, you can see. The tank also can have a minigunner in it, so it can act as a troop transport as well. It will destroy the depot door. That's going to allow them to spawn the tank here. And the player's in a more forward position. So now the next one is the secondary dam. Hydro going in for it. It is another destroy objective. Hydro's got to be careful. Could go over the edge here. two of them inside, and one rocket takes care of them both.
Destroyed.
The tank's been destroyed, but they got good damage down on this secondary dam objective. Not many objectives left, by the way. Trying to get there on the inside, but it's built to not be able to take ion damage. I mean, you just want to clear it out with the ion cannon. They've done a good job. A lot of damage going down on the secondary dam, and in fact, it will be destroyed. Reindeer will get that one. These doors will open slowly, and they have to escape with the tank. They need to drive the tank, which is now going to be destroyed by the looks of it.
Ion tank destroyed.
It needs to be driven through. Well, they need to destroy this door and then drive it through. I beg your pardon. There's one on the far side here. Go for the destruction of the door. Oh, the ion core, the ion tank's just done a ton of damage onto it. They're trying to use this at far
Ion
angle
tank destroyed.
to get that bridge destroyed, or get that door blown, so they can drive the tank forward. One more shot with the tank should do it. He's missed, but he should hit with the second one.
Blast doors
The
destroyed.
blast door is destroyed. They need to drive the tank out. It needs to survive there, though. It's on very little health. That's a good kill. Can they get it is the question. The tank might be able to do it. The link gun, no, it's not enough. The tank's destroyed. It's not a particularly quick-moving vehicle. They're going to have to bring that all the way back now. That's unfortunate. They got two of the kills. They're trying to use the link guns, you can see, to keep it healthy, but he's driven it into the side of the building, and that might hurt them in the end. It's a good ion core blast that takes out 3. They should be home and dry. And just like that, it's only taken 8 minutes and 3 seconds for the red team, Team X, to successfully attack. Remember, if Team X does hold now,
6, 5, 4,
they will win this series.
2,
We got another one coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course, which is Team Cold versus the Leg Lock Enjoyers. For now, enjoy this one. The water does slow you down quite a bit. You're a little bit of a sitting duck in it. That's why players try to go towards the outside here.
Base infiltrated.
Base has been infiltrated. Blue team is the one attacking now. Remember, that's Team Nicer. Oh, he got stuck. He got stuck. And he got wrecked. Bridge is about to be raised,
Bridge
though.
raised.
So there it is. You'll see it coming up here momentarily. Nice little animation of the bridge coming up. And there it is. It slowly ascends out of the water. So free pathway for the blue team now. They don't have to go all the way on the
Ion
outside
core
to avoid the
startup sequence 1
water.
initialized.
Natsu, meanwhile, has got the first ion startup sequence. They need a second one. Remember, blue team attacking, red team defending. Coming in here on the left-hand side. They need to get these kills. There's the first. They've done very well to do that. 2 more on the inside here. Trying to use the shock cores. Might just need to shield cannon themselves in there. That might be the alternative, is to just throw that shield up on the shield gun and try to protect yourself on your really just straight beeline rush to the ion core. There it is. In fact, there's the shield coming up. You can see the rockets doing that. It's a little bit of tick. Oh no, Nicer, I think, is disconnected. That is, in fact, going to be the pause. We've had a disconnect. I think everyone's seen it. Even Major Krieger's like, Nicer? Yeah. Like, yeah. Maybe a huge ping spike. But there we go. We're back underway. Now just trying to, a little bit more progress. Gets it complete is Natsu. Ion core is going to blow. Or at least it's going to charge up, I should say. Now they got to get into the tank. That's the next objective. They're 35 seconds ahead of the pace. Here they come. 2 more over there. Nicer's going to grab the tank. 30 seconds ahead of the pace. They need to destroy this blast door instantly. The tank is actually going to get destroyed. It's respawned instantly. They just need to blow the door open. It's very simple. And there it is.
Destroyed. Ion tank destroyed.
Ion tank's immediately been taken out. 58 seconds ahead of the pace now. They've got to grab the tank. They've got to come all the way up here. They'll respawn once the tank. They'll respawn in this forward position once the tank makes it here, which it should uncontestedly. They got the triple link gun going.
Tunnel secured.
Well, that might take out a lot, and it has. It's taken out 2.
Ion tank destroyed.
The tank's been destroyed, though. So they have to grab the tank again. It didn't respawn very far, but they have got to get in a forward position here. They're losing time. They only have 3 minute 51. They've got at least, I think, 4 or 5 more objectives to do. They've got to secure this, destroy the first dam, the first dam switch, the second dam switch, the final blaster. They've got 5 objectives left, and they've only got 3:35 to do it.
Security gate open.
Security gate has been opened. That's going to be this guy right here. Open sesame. And now the first dam switch needs to be destroyed. They are 45 seconds ahead of the pace, trying to force a third map in this series. The way the vetoes work, by the way, you pick any map. There is no vetoing for straight out. You pick any map you want. Your opponent does the same, and then you will veto between the entire map pool for the final map. Trying to get the rockets down. A lot of or a little bit of damage, but it all will fall. Natsu's on a killing spree, which is good for Team Nicer. They need to continue that. A lot of damage going down here. Good kills going out. Can they get in there? I don't know why he's standing there. Right. Attack. There it is. Controls destroyed. The blast door's got to go. That should be instantaneously. It is. Depot doors open.
Ion tank destroyed.
Ion tank's destroyed, but it does spawn in a forward position, and now we're at the second of the 2 dam switches. 3 objectives remain. Destroy the second dam controls. Destroy the blast door on the other side. And then escape with the tank. Time ticking away. Huge fight on the inside. It's won by the blue team member. It's won
Ion tank destroyed.
by...
Dam controls
There it is.
destroyed.
The dam controls destroyed. The ion tank fell, but they're in a forward position. It doesn't take damage until you actually enter it, the ion tank. And it's taking a ton of damage right off the cut. Trying to get the blast doors destroyed. Ion tank is destroyed, though. They're going to have to get it again. 1:21. Time ticking away. This could come down to the very wire, this one. They need to get this. They need to get this tank on the blast doors. There's another one. Can they get a second shot away?
1 minute remains.
1 minute remains. They're 10 seconds ahead of the pace here. They need to get it. There's another ion blast. They've missed. The tank's destroyed. They're gonna fall behind the pace, but they still can do it. 47 seconds. The door is maybe 1 blast away. There's a double kill. Oh, he's missed. He's missed. He's got to get it. There it is. The blast door's secured. They got 35 seconds to drive this vehicle out to force the third map. Can they get to it? It's taking damage. It's taking a lot of damage. I think they've got it.
Blue team successfully attacked.
Team Nicer, with 25 seconds to spare, has won, and they have forced a third map between these two. Team X with the win in Fallen City. Team Nicer with the win on Glacier. 2 Unreal Tournament vanilla maps. And now we're going to vote for a third to decide who's going to take this series. It's all on the line. Vetoes incoming. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and we will be right back with more. Don't go anywhere. The final map of our opening best of 3 on the afternoon coming up in just a few minutes. Right, there's the veto for you. Wanted to catch it on the recording, so it wasn't exactly in this order, but Team X, the map pool was Fallen City, Robot Factory, Glacier, Convoy, Junkyard, Mothership, Sabrosa, Nightmare, Industrial, Sabrosa, Original, Insurrection, Island Strike, Overgrown, and Xenon. Team X bans Glacier, Team Nic3 bans Robot Factory, Team X bans Xenon, Team Nic3 bans Junkyard, Team X bans Convoy, Team Nic3 bans Island Strike, Team X bans Mothership, Team Nic3 bans Overgrown, Team X bans Sabrosa Original, Team Nic3 bans Fallen City, Team X bans Insurrection, Team Nic3 bans Industrial, and that's left us with this guy. That's left us with Sabrosa Nightmare. We played it yesterday. You would have remembered if anyone caught that stream. But this is basically the reverse of Nightmare. So in Nightmare Edition, you have to escape with the Hellbender, or in the original version. In the Nightmare version, you have to infiltrate with the, well, I should say you still have to escape with the Hellbender in this version. That's the last objective. But you have to begin with the Scorpion making its way onto this pad here. That'll enable the doors here. You take that, you pick up the power cord that's going to spawn right here, and you actually go up, or I should say you pick up the power cord that's going to be right there. That's that red object all the way at the end there. You drop down, then you place it back where the key card spawns on the original version right here, and that will allow you to progress forward. Happy Sunday, Pixelated Suits. Welcome along. This is map 3 of our first best of 3 between Team Nic3 or Team X. After we smoking that Miami pack today. We are smoking that Miami pack today. I'm so glad they're out of the playoffs. After you put the power core in its place, you have to hold this objective here. That'll enable you to move forward.
Reached.
And here we go. We've started, apparently. We have absolutely started. So we're underway. Scorpion has to be had here. Hydro, true first blood. That Scorpion might make it. It's got enough health. He's just got to go. Oh, it's blown up with only one wheel. One wheel on the pad. He almost got there. And not quite. That would have been amazing if he had managed to get the Scorpion there into the touchpad within the first 30 seconds. Such a great game last night. I agree. So it's a shame the Union 2 didn't win the MLS Next Pro playoffs, though. They had a 2-0 lead in the Cup final, and they lost 3-2, which is just devastating. But they have got to go above here. They have got to jump up and grab this power cord. They're doing just that. Power cord's been picked up by the captain of Team X. It's X himself. The question is he going to give it to you? Is he going to give the power cord delivered to where it needs to be? He will. X is going to give it to you. And now they can move on already. Look at the progress being made. Being shot right down with the rockets to the feet. But there you go. They got to come up the platform here. This is the hold objective right here. And they've got to find a way to break in. There they come. They just got to try and hold. She's trying to... X is trying to shield their way to the hold objective. Reindeer's got a little bit of progress on it. That's going to be knocked away. And now the shield gun trying to do a little bit more work. Absolutely blown off the pad, by the way. More progress being made, though. They've chipped away at that hold objective. They've chipped away at the progress bar there a little bit. Now trying to come in and hold. Use the shield. Just stay on as long as you possibly can. Oh, that's a great flat cannon shot straight to the face. 3 rockets to the back as well. All of them coming in. Get the shield gun up. Try to protect yourself. Inch by inch with this hold objective. Inch by inch with this progress. Next, the captain here as well. Just got the shield up, trying to hold. Popped up into the air. The flat cannon's very good at knocking your opponent off of the hold objective. And now they just got to come to one giant wave. I think that was Hydru that had the, or I don't know if that was maybe Weiss or Weisser? Yeah, Wise that had a look. But there's the objective complete. Finally, blue team's destroyed the objective. The Sentinel's up. They've got to destroy the locks on the outside now. There are 6 of them to destroy. 2 upper, 2 lower on the outside, and 2 inside as well. They've got to get those locks destroyed. Certainly the outside ones might be a little difficult. These front ones shouldn't be too hard. The angle being held by Team X, who started on the red side. They're attacking first. Reminder, Team X won the opening map, Fallen City. Team Nic3 won Glacier, our secondary map. And now we're on map 3. We have a whole nother best of 3 to come, by the way, after this one. We will probably be joining that second best of 3 in progress, by the way. So, that one's slated to start in 7 minutes. Rockets, 2 of them are pretty good. That's decent damage towards the outside. The inside ones might be a little bit more difficult. Oh, hit a jump pad going way up there. There's Reindeer on the inside. Good rockets. X hitting the jump pad.
Objective
Flat
destroyed.
cannon trying to get there.
Objective destroyed.
There's 2 locks down, 3 locks down. They've got 2 on the outside here, 1 on the inside still to get. There's 3 good rockets, 4. And a good angle found. That's going to do a lot of damage. You see the health of 1 over there, completely
destroyed.
untouched. That shouldn't be for too long. Rockets coming flying in. But they're really getting tied up by these locks. These are usually, this is not usually one of the harder objectives to defend.
Destroyed.
Good damage done. 1 lock remaining. Just got to fire away. Oh, it's a rocket away. That's all it needs. That might do it, and it has. Sentinel spawned. They will wreak havoc on the defenders that have remained. And now they just got to grab the Hellbender at the top and drive it down and drive it out. Shockware's using a lot. It's taking a ton of damage, though. There's nobody there with a link gun to repair it, so it'll be destroyed. They're just trying to use the last 2 here to really keep them at bay while the Hellbender hopefully is arriving. They've respawned, but the Hellbender should be right on their case. You can hear it. You can hear it. Where is it? It's on the right-hand side. They don't have a link gun with it. It's got to try and make progress. The flat cannons push it so far off balance that it's not really going to work for them. They've got to really get a link chain going to keep that thing alive and let it power through this Team Nic3 defense. Nice double kill with the minigun. That might clear the way. Oh, can they get there? A lot of damage going down. Can they get there? They have. Team X.
Red team successfully
Really,
attacked.
really,
New
really good
assault
run.
starts
6
in
minute,
2,
44
1.
seconds is all that's going to be given to Team Nic3 to try and defend, or I'm sorry, to Team X. No,
Objective reached.
to Team Nic3. I beg your pardon. I'm getting all confused. Team Nic3 has got to try and attack even quicker than their opponents did. Scorpion. Oh no, he's crashed. That's not going to be good. Now the Scorpion spawns back at the base and has to come all the way back again. We await the arrival of the Scorpion, which has just been blown up on the bridge as well. Behind the pace now. Almost instantly is Team Nicer. They have to give it a go, but certainly with 6 minutes you would have thought, how are we going to do this? Hellbender on the top of the bridge. Scorpion's got to need to go under or something. Tom Sawyer, a Lone Ranger, trying to get kills to maybe clear out this pad. The Scorpion's got to make its way. Here it comes. Over the bridge. Right in. Can they get there? The flat cannons are going to push it off balance. Oh, it's blown up with one wheel on the pad. And they don't get credit. He was right in here, but he needs to be center of the pad. And it's not enough. They must go again. They've fallen 53 seconds behind the pace. They would have heard the announcer that it's a 5-minute warning. Hellbender trying to make progress. You're just trying to clear a path for the Scorpion, which looks like it's gotten stuck on the bridge. And that is not good. That's not good for anybody. Scorpion's come flying over. Oh, he's dipped into the water. That's not good. The Scorpion takes damage. Any vehicle will take damage when it's submerged in water. Scorpion landed right in the water, and that's the end of that. 1:30 behind the pace now. The Scorpion's got to just absolutely fly here. It's going around the defense. I don't think the defense has seen the fact that the Scorpion has made it around, and this should be it. This should get there, and it has. They finally get the objective, but they're still 1:25 behind the pace. They must grab the power core and deliver it here. The power core up above. They've got to reach up and get into this power core right here. That's what's required of them. 2 attacking, 1 defending. Power core's been picked up. They're still 1:33 behind the pace. Can they do it? A really tough ask required of them.
The vehicle is now operational.
He's delivered the power core, but they're now still just ticked over to behind the pace. Natsu, who was that? Natsu and I think Wise? Natsu's all alone. They have to get this. This might be the objective. If they can get this quickly enough, that turns the time. This and the locks, the power locks, are the ones that maybe there's a little bit of time they can catch up on. But really, the Scorpion troubles, and these power shock cores are not. I mean, Nicer himself is over there. He's gotten a little bit of progress. Here come the shield gun leapers over the top. Can they get on the platform? Denied by the shock cores, and plenty of them. And that will keep Team Nicer at bay. It'll be Team X remaining. A solid and stern defense as ever. They've got to get in there and get. Oh, he's died immediately on the platform. Only 35 HP for the last one in the room. And now Tom Sawyer blown away. And as he is blown away and this attack dissolves, so does time. Continuing to dissolve off the clock. Continuing to tip the balance in Team X's favor. Great shock core. Lend the aggression. And even Nicer himself, the captain himself, cannot get to the objective. 1:30 behind the pace now. Shock cores aplenty. They get the kills. This might be able to do it. Oh, the shock cores denied it. They just have to step on it. And pushed off and off and off and still killed. Look at how little that bar is. That could be the game-winning shock core. I mean, the game was already in Team X's favor. That might just put a stamp in post. Quite frankly, 37 seconds behind the pace. 1:35 now left. They've got to destroy 6 of these locks, and they've got to drive the Hellbender out of the base. 1 lock under heavy attack already. Another one's just been scratched. They've got to get these locks down. 1:20 to do so. They're being absolutely punished by the clock. 67 seconds remain. Team X
Objective
a
destroyed.
minute away from
1
victory.
minute remains.
Just way behind the pace, Team Nicer. The defense lets them down. They've just missed 3 rockets. That would have destroyed that objective. Can they get the last 3 here? No, he's missed the triple rockets on the far side as well. That one's a touch away as well, but it's not going to matter. 37 seconds. 6 objectives left.
destroyed.
4
Objective
objectives
destroyed.
left now, but 30 seconds.
left.
It's an impossible ask. And it's going to be Team X
20 seconds.
taking the series by a score of 2 maps to 1. Team X, nicely done. They might get
10,
one more lock, if
9,
anything,
8,
Team Nicer,
7,
but
6,
the countdown's
5,
going on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And
Red
Team
team
X
successfully defended.
has managed to
Red
win this
team is the
series by a
winner.
score of 2 games to 1. Team X victorious over Team Nicer, winners on Fallen City and Nightmare version of Sabrosa. Team Nicer could only claim Glacier. That's the end of this matchup. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you for the next matchup in just a few minutes' time.